All right, we're back. Fourth and Forever, Mark Sanchez, Adam Ray, special guest, near and dear to my heart. You know, I just got to start by saying, this kid, Orange County kid, went to USC.
Yeah.
Beat Penn State in the Rose Bowl. Goes to the Jets.
Yeah.
Lighting the league on fire. Young stud QB. I mean, he's following in my footsteps. I feel like I'm one of your idols growing up, and so I appreciate you taking the time. So thanks for being on Fourth and Forever, man.
Oh, yeah, Adam also went to USC and huge fan of his, so.
Oh, dude, Sam Darnold.
Thanks, man.
For the win. Thank
you,
man.
Mark, huge fan, man. Thanks.
We can edit all that out.
No, we'll keep that in. Thanks for welcome back to the Adam Ray Show.
Oh, my
guest,
God.
Sam Darnold and whatever Sanchez. Your name's whatever Sanchez. So, Sam, thanks for being here, first of all.
Absolutely.
Dude,
thanks for having me, Adam.
Yeah, no problem. You're no stranger to this backdrop, yeah?
No, this is awesome. This is a great house.
This is your hood, man. This is where you grew up.
Yeah. I'm super stoked to be here.
We're talking today how cool it is to work out like in your backyard, because you said you get home cooked meals. But do you miss home like during the season? Because obviously New York's way different than LA.
During the season, I mean, you're so busy, Mark. You know.
Yeah.
I know too, because I watch.
Yep.
I watch the games.
I
watch
the
you guys
season.
getting after it.
Yeah.
I play Madden.
Yeah. So.
Season mode.
No, I miss home every now and then, but I'm so focused on the season, and I really do love New York, New Jersey area. It's awesome. Definitely a second home for me already, and it's nice. The people there are awesome. The food's great, but every now and then it is great to be able to come back home.
Yeah,
but you do get the difference in fan. I don't know if you've seen this too, but here it's like, yo, dude, Darnold, dude, like, stay healthy, bro. Like, good
Stay
luck,
healthy, dude, but
right?
also fucking like get on a kayak every now and then, dude, and fucking work those trats. By the way, dude, Trevor and Travis are gonna be down, and actually fucking Troy too. All three T's are gonna be kicking it.
I'm actually friends with all three of those
guys. But that's
You're a white
the
dude from the
California
OC, of course
but
you
hold
are.
on, here's the New Jersey, New York fan. Yo, Donna, we winning the Super Bowl or what, bro? What's the deal, bro?
Playoffs this year, man.
Playoffs or what?
Playoffs, Donald. Shoot me straight, I can take it. Dude, my wife just passed, but shoot me straight, dude. I can take it, dude. I can take a lot of bad info right now.
That's kind of the way it is, right?
It is, yeah.
It's a different fan base.
Yeah. It's funny, just because I know so many kids here now.
Right.
They're all like, dude, good luck with everything. And then that's it.
That's it.
Super chill. And then, New York's a different animal.
What about one of my worst and favorite memories now is like in between October and so basically like Halloween, end of October to Thanksgiving time, you got to put away the rainbow sandals.
Definitely.
Because it's too cold.
Rainbow sandals.
Definitely. Well,
It's a Cali thing.
Oh, yeah.
live in an apartment with a nice garage down, so I'm not in the cold for too long. I just got to walk into the facility for
That's
about
tough, though.
30 seconds or so. So rainbows, and it's nice to get a little, snow on the feet every now and then.
You're tougher than me, dude. I put them away. That hurt.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Wait, so did you want to stay?
I'm a lot tougher than you, basically. Is what I'm saying.
You are, dude. Yeah. Have you guys had like an arm wrestling match ever?
Since breakfast.
No.
Not since breakfast.
Not for a couple hours,
dude.
yeah.
And he's back in the game.
Yeah. With the egg, cheese, and sausage. Yeah, that my mom made. It was great. Inside, yeah.
Whoa.
You're not a part of it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did you want to stay local? Like, was SC like? Is that like once you start to recognize that you got the skills to play? Are you like, yo, SC is obviously like a top school?
For sure.
And staying close to home, was that a big deal?
And then following in my footsteps.
Following in the Sanchez steps.
All joking aside, I did look up to Mark growing up, and USC quarterbacks in general. So, and I was a huge fan because, we had the Chargers down south when I was growing up, and then the Rams were in St. Louis. So, there weren't a ton of pro football teams at least. So, SC was kind of my team growing up. So, Leinart, Reggie Bush, all those guys, Mark, those Rose Bowl teams were awesome. So to be able to grow up and then, kind of got offered late in the process by SC. And like right when I got offered, I knew I wanted to go there. So,
didn't even look at the other letters, huh?
I mean, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
What was your second choice?
I was going to go to Duke.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Duke, and then Utah was also close. Utah was my first offer.
Wow.
Yeah, Utah was my first offer after my.
How happy were your parents?
They were
so excited.
Stoked.
Right?
It was funny actually. I didn't even really know what a full scholarship was, or I didn't know what an offer was.
Right.
Because the coach, he offered me the scholarship, and I was just like, oh, thanks. And like I wasn't like super stoked about it, and he was like, dude, we just offered you a full scholarship, and like I was like, oh no, yeah, like I appreciate it. And he goes and tells my parents, and like both of them start crying, and I'm like, oh, I think this is a lot bigger deal than I think.
Yeah.
And
Something.
Free education.
for sure, but I think that actually, there's something to be said for that, because I was really, up until that point in my career, and even till now, I was really playing the game, just for the love of it.
Sure.
I was literally just playing with my best friends, playing football, and having fun with it. And then, the offers and, winning games and being able to live out a dream playing the NFL, I feel like that just comes along with it.
No doubt.
How many people are coming at you, like, once you start to get, recruited and offers? Are you getting people just to jump on the Darnold bandwagon and start to add to the pressure of everything that's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it was funny in high school. Didn't really have a ton of offers. I mean, a ton by, after my sophomore year, I had one from Utah.
Yeah.
And then after that, it just really slowed down. So I had that one offer. And then I went to an Elite 11 camp, which was like kind of just starting to pick up like as I was getting into high school.
Is that a superstar camp?
It's like a camp for high school kids that, want to be recognized. And so I just went to one of the regionals, which like isn't like televised or anything, and wasn't expecting to get like the gold jacket or the, the gold invite or whatever it is to the finals.
Yeah.
And I ended up going there, and actually Yogi Roth, Trent Dilfer, and those guys, Jordan Palmer, they ended up watching me and feeling that, I kind of deserved a shot at the finals. And so they invited me literally the day after. I got like 8 scholarship offers that next day.
It's so credible.
It really is crazy. Like,
And it changes like that.
Yeah, and it's even, I think it's heightened even now.
But they're so respected, those guys. So for you to understand, as soon as they say, yeah, he's a dude, he's a guy, it's on. Everybody respects their opinion.
Get that label.
And it takes off. It's
awesome.
Crazy. And then, is that where you met Jordan for the first time?
No, so it was funny. I actually met.
He's a coach today.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
Jordan. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I was actually working with a guy named Bob Bazenko. He's like a long-time coach. Yeah, Mark worked with him too.
He was my high school coach.
Why do longtime coaches always have the names of only longtime coaches? Bob Bazenko? What is it?
Right, Bob Bazenko.
That you'd never be like,
He
hey,
was
who's the chef at Olive Garden? Bob Bazenko. Don't you mean the coach?
Yeah, coach. It's a coach's name.
He was he was kind of the coach for all the Orange County quarterbacks, I guess, at the time.
Shit.
And for a while. And so I trained with him in high school. And then actually it was when Jordan was still playing in the league. He ended up coming out and training with him. And that's where I met Jordan, and nothing really picked up. Like, we just met and said hi. That was it. And then I really started to meet him at Elite 11. And that's where, things really took off with, I met, the NIGU people, and Jordan kind of set that up. And that was a really cool experience. And then Jordan lives right here.
Bracelets, yeah?
Yeah.
NIGU?
Yep, NIGU.
Never ever give up for children's cancer. Awesome.
Jesse
awesome.
Reese
And you
Foundation.
did your My Cause, My Cleats for them?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, well, it was for NIGU, and it was the Goryeb's Children's Hospital.
Okay, very good.
Right,
That's
locally
awesome.
in Morristown.
Very
So,
cool. Very, very cool.
So, Jordan's been awesome, throughout this short career of mine. It's been awesome to be able to train with him, and really more than anything, just to have a mentor outside of football, to see him just be a great guy, a great husband, a great father, just everything in general.
Your parents are obviously that for you, right? And they were
No doubt.
athletes as well, right?
Yep.
Volleyball stars?
Yes, well, so my dad played left guard at the University of Redlands.
Damn.
Whoa,
Big
I
time
didn't know
athlete.
that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Baller.
So he played for a little bit in college, and then my mom played volleyball in college as well at UCSB. She actually hurt her knee pretty early on her freshman year. Transferred to Long Beach City College, I think it was. Had a short volleyball career, but yeah, they both played sports.
But just having that support system is, like a given and nice and probably super essential. But like, just to your point about having Jordan, somebody that's in the game and can probably understand the day-to-day a little bit more is imperative. Yeah,
No doubt.
And not everybody gets that.
Yeah,
It's
no
so
doubt
there's
about it.
a lot of the drills I saw you guys doing are the same ones that Jordan and I, how he has like young kids who are going to be the next QBs go and catch first.
Yeah.
Jordan and I used to do that for Carson and
Yeah,
all those guys,
that's what
with
he
Bob
was
Basenko, with Bob Johnson, all those guys. And then you kind of come up.
Yeah.
But when you're that young kid catching for Kyle Allen, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, that is a big deal. So I don't even know if you guys realize it.
We don't realize it.
Because
No.
I didn't realize it as a player. I just remember it as a receiver catching for Carson and those guys. it was the coolest day in the world. I mean, it was like one of my favorite days of my life. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. A lot more drops out there today than catches, but
well, we had
fun.
Adam catching.
There you go.
Yeah, I caught 3 in a row, then tore the hammy. But guess what, dude? I was gonna call it after that.
So you tore it. You actually
He
tore
doesn't
it.
know.
I don't know if I tore it.
No, because you went over to PTs
know.
that do know.
But by the way, Kyle Allen, hey, dude, next time, know my strengths. You know what I'm saying?
KYP.
Like, throw it a little bit closer to my
KYP.
chest.
Know your personnel. KYP. That's it.
Is that a real saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sam, you've been doing these workouts for how many years now?
Shoot, I mean, ever since I did Elite 11, I feel like every offseason I went back and trained, whether it was college or the NFL.
Is the vibe always, this is my first time there, it seemed it felt like summer camp.
You commented on it.
Yeah.
He loved it.
I loved
it's
it.
awesome.
And it was like, I mean, getting to even participate was the shit. But even just going, if that didn't happen, if Jordan, for whatever reason, was like, dude, I can tell you're an athlete. I don't want you to make the actual receivers look bad. If he had said that, I would have been like, I get it. I'll step away. This isn't my time.
Yeah. Didn't want to make Christian Kirk, receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, look bad.
Yeah,
Is he out there?
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Damn it, dude.
KYP.
Sorry, I was nursing my hammy. Yeah, there was just so much camaraderie, and seeing you guys kind of talk to each other, on and off the field about football and joking around. But like, I don't know. I love an environment that's definitely like all business, but like nobody's taking themselves too seriously to where they can't like, be accessible, I guess.
Right.
And that was what Jordan
Be
was.
accessible and be coached.
For sure.
Right? And by your peers, right? That's part of it.
Yeah, it's an awesome environment. I mean, that's why we keep coming back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's not, I think it's very rare to have guys who train together in the off season for the combine to want to come back every single year in the same spot,
Right.
train with the same guys. Like, at a certain point, you'd think it'd become redundant.
Sure.
And for us, it's just the norm. And it's so fun to just be able to train with Jordan and, with the guys that we train with, because there is that, relaxed or I guess chill way of kind of going about a training session. But then there's also, that ability, which you got to have in the NFL, to be able to lock in whenever you need to. So, to be able to kind of train that part of our mind is really awesome as well. But just to train with other guys who are starting in the league.
Yep. But not just guys starting.
awesome.
Dude, they're in your division.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Josh is in your division.
Yeah, which
So
can get awkward at times.
Yeah, right?
No, it doesn't get awkward. I mean,
Not this time.
we just can't be talking about our plays that much. With each other.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Like about our play
How about that?
actions
Yeah.
and what we call things. So,
Do you ever give like false information?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, this is our on two. This is
So
what
we call this Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't.
It's actually Catwoman and Wonder Woman. Loser.
Nice.
So
Is there someone like with Joe Burrow? Like, is it? Do you go out of your way to like give somebody like that advice, or do you kind of let him find his own way, or let him come to you if he makes a mistake, or do you?
Yeah, so it's cool. I actually met Joe this past off season, right before this last season.
Yeah.
And it was great getting to know him, and we became relatively close. I mean, as close as you can get in like a week. So I'm super comfortable, giving him advice, and then and I tell him this. I'm like, hey man, if you see anything that I need to work on, let me know, or you think that might
That's
look
cool.
weird. So
That's the kind of environment you want.
yeah,
That's awesome.
It's a great environment.
Now, how often
and-
do people like that then take advantage of that and like?
Yeah, I mean, no one's taking advantage of it. But
Because what if you said that and he was like, "I'm glad you said something, Sam, because dude, for the last 20 minutes, I've been watching some real dog shit."
It's got a
come out of your
whole
arm."
list of stuff.
I've got.
he's got a yellow notepad, highlighted.
tape of you from the last year. Yeah.
Yeah, like college tape. He's like, I've really been
What were you
grinding this
thinking
tape
here?
at LSU.
Yeah.
I took one class at LSU. I had a lot of time to be able to watch you.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
you suck, man. We need to work on a couple of things.
I don't know how else to put this.
He's awesome, though. I mean, just to be able to throw with some of those guys and coming into the NFL is a beast, too.
I was gonna say, what do you see in somebody like that versus your next year coming up? Like, do you obviously you're more comfortable, right? But do you see some of your old self in him coming in fresh?
Getting ready for
Oh,
the
for
combine
sure.
and stuff.
For sure. I mean, there's so many different things that you're uncomfortable with, whether it's footwork, especially under center.
Yep.
Nowadays, going college, you don't do any under center. We did a little bit at USC, but I mean, there's still a bunch of under center stuff, pro style stuff in the NFL. So to be able to kind of talk them through that and what really matters, what doesn't, because there's a lot of stuff that, and this is where Jordan's great, because he's not going to teach you anything that you don't need to know.
Exactly.
Because he's done it. So, again, that's another reason why training with him is awesome, is because he's actually done it before and knows exactly what you need to learn and what you really don't need to pay attention to. So that's another great thing about Jordan.
And then, okay, you jump, boom, to the NFL.
No, I want to talk more about SC.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Homer. Fight on, baby.
So,
A-Pie, yeah.
What's that?
Great frat.
Yeah, let's talk about your frat.
Let's talk about A-Pie.
Let's talk about A-Pie. A-High, as they called it.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't get it.
Dude, Mark, weed.
Oh.
That was the first
We
place
don't
I
do that.
smoked a 5-foot
Gross,
bong was A-High.
Yeah, we're athletes.
Yeah,
We don't
dude.
do that.
Yeah, we are athletes, and that's why we're talking.
What do you mean by we?
Oh, man. Okay, I play pickup at the YMCA.
Let's not forget whose show this is. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
I keep going back and forth. This is bad. I don't like this.
No, you were talking about when we were at the camp today, because I was asking you just about like the intensity and energy of the Rose Bowl, right? I've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire there. I've seen football games there. That place is fucking bonkers. But you said that the UCLA SC rivalry game was more intense than the Rose Bowl.
No.
What?
Didn't say that.
I thought that's what
You
you said.
misunderstood.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
It's fine.
Sam, you said that the UCLA USC game was not that crazy.
So, this is what I said.
Why don't you tell us what you said?
What I was talking about was how crazy the Rose Bowl was,
Yes.
but I played there a few weeks before that against
that's right.
UCLA.
Yeah.
And it just felt like a completely different stadium when I played in the Rose Bowl, because it was so much more packed and loud, and not even more packed, it was just more loud. With the Penn State fans, it was
Like the
half
whole
Penn
time,
State, half
yeah.
USC. Literally one half of the stadium was like all white. The other half was like cardinal and gold. So it was an insane environment.
Did you get the flyover? The
UCLA
B2
also
bomber and stuff?
wasn't too great that year.
Yeah,
They had a bunch of injuries and whatnot, so it just wasn't an incredible atmosphere like the Rose Bowl.
Did you ever
game
feed into
was.
that rivalry throughout the year, though? Like, I remember when I was there. I mean, it was like the amount of like hazing that would go on and off campus.
But I think that's more like, I don't
they
think
simmered
the
that down?
players got into that.
Players
right?
never got
no,
into
but were
it.
you aware of it? Like, was it?
Oh yeah.
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 Well,
We
yeah,
s-
because you guys
Like they
go
duct taped
out,
Tommy
especially
Trojan.
on like social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah.
cover them up.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I think we duct tape. Don't we
On
to
purpose,
protect?
Yeah.
to protect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they cover the big Bruin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, especially now, I mean, when I was in college with social media, you see everything. So, you would see everything, but I don't think, the players never really got super into it.
Did they clamp down on you guys? Because that is an interesting point. Like coming up, even in collegiate athletics, like with social media, are they trying to get on you to be like, hey? Because obviously, I think
Yeah,
now
what did,
most.
I didn't have that.
No,
so.
yeah. And when I was playing intramural basketball, we didn't have it. And I think we're all athletes. And I think that like there is something to be said about obviously using it for the good and using your voice and your reach. But like in college, I would venture to assume that they're like, yo, don't fucking, you got nothing to say. Like
Could
keep
be
it
such
under
a
wraps,
distraction, yeah.
right?
They would say something to you if you messed up, like if
Oh,
you
okay.
did something bad on social media, or which was never really the case with any of us. To be
Yeah.
honest, I don't really have any memories of anyone on our team post anything bad.
Or Twitter beefs with other teams.
I mean,
or,
yeah, anything. No, nothing crazy. But there was just a ton of stuff, a ton of videos that guys had that, they would post, and then it was a great atmosphere too, though, because like he'd probably be with like several of his teammates would be like, dude, you got to take that down. So it was awesome to kind of have that checks and balances when you're in college.
So the guys kind of policed it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you
It
hang a
was
lot
really
with
good
your
environment.
teammates? I'm always curious too, like NFL to college. Like, from what I've heard, it's like a little bit more of a business-like mindset in the NFL with your team, right? A little more separate. You kind of got your guys, but college it seems like a little bit of more of a frat, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's funny, in the NFL, because some of my great friends on the team are offensive linemen.
Yeah.
And most of them are married. Some of them got kids. And so, after practice, once a week we do our,
Dinner.
our
Weekly
O-line dinner, which is great. But then, like, the other days, sometimes on, like, a Monday or Tuesday, I'd be like, hey, what are you guys doing? And they're just like, I'm with my wife and our kid. Like, don't bother me, And so I would
That's so
just
funny.
literally be sitting in my apartment, with some of the other guys in my class. And, it was it's just a whole different deal. I mean, because I lived in a house, like a duplex with like 10 other football guys in college.
yes.
Oh shit.
So
It's just a
nice.
different conversation, different
it's so
relationship.
different,
I
man.
mean, there's no test. There's no like, oh, are you
not
going
going
to
to
the
class with
dance or
your-
the formal with so-and-so? It's like, my kid's sick and my wife's upset and
Yeah, hey, on that 26 power, what were you thinking on that? Just all ball all the time.
Right. Yeah.
And without naming any names, because I remember this vividly, they also, the older guys who are married in the NFL, they kind of live through you. They wanna hang out with Sam or be like Sam in some ways. They're curious about your love
Yeah,
life.
they're definitely
curious
curious.
about
They ask
questions.
if something for whatever reason would happen to pop up on a website or something like that, they would ask about it.
That's
You're-
never happened
you're
to
there,
me.
Carmen
So
No,
what's
Sandiego.
that like?
I don't think. Yeah. So.
Can we just brush on that real quick because
Oh, you want to talk about it?
was it page 6 or what was it?
Yeah.
Was it page 6?
Yeah.
Page 6. Nope.
I
You
read
don't
that.
know what that is?
No, I read
Denied.
that.
You read it?
I read that.
Did you
yeah.
read the article?
Yeah.
Can we? I don't know if there's any.
You give him
Like,
clicks, man. You
it's-
can't give him clicks.
Yeah, dude. What are you doing? It was so innocuous the whole night. It was
Yeah.
just like very responsible. He leaves, like he's hanging out with his friends. He's drinking a little bit and then gets a chauffeur home.
At 12:30.
12:30.
Yeah,
A
12:30.
very responsible time of night to
I
go
was
home.
like,
Where's the story?
Yeah.
where's the story?
You'll have to ask them.
So what really happened on the Adam Ray show?
Yeah. To be continued.
See,
Yeah.
but that was really your first one. God, how did you dodge it for so long? You're so much better than I am.
Especially in New York,
Especially,
right? Where they're
dude.
looking
Yeah,
for
dude.
it.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just
Do you
a
get
good kid.
check-ins
I
from your
guess.
folks?
Great
about, like,
parents.
Just a good.
Great parents.
Sorry, mom and dad.
Great
Samuel,
upbringing.
don't be going out late tonight. You get a lot of that?
Do they call you Samuel?
It's just Sam.
Sammy?
Just Sam.
Sam's
Oh, it's
great
not
name.
That's my
even
full name.
actually Samuel.
No.
Straight
Sam.
up, you want to hear something crazy? And I can't believe I didn't bring this up earlier.
Your name's just Adam.
My mom
him.
wanted to name me Sam.
Really?
Yep.
My dad wanted to name me Gus. How crazy would that have
Really?
been?
Yikes,
Like
you win.
Augustus or Gus?
That would have been dope.
That
Sorry,
would've
I just kind of
No,
Augustus?
please.
One up your story.
Yeah.
Augustus or Gus?
Gus.
Gus
Sam.
Darnold.
Yeah,
That's
Sam.
a
Because
great name,
it
dude.
would have gone from Sam to Gus, which Gus kind of would have been
What's
Sam.
your
Gus
middle name?
Darnold.
Can you not take Gus and attach it somewhere else?
What?
Did you have a middle name?
Richard.
All right, you don't have to be
After
thick about it.
my, I didn't know
Sam
you were asking at first.
Richard Darnold.
After my grandfather, Dick Hammer.
For real?
Is
Swear.
that really his name?
Yeah, he went to USC.
Oh my God! And
Whoa.
what did he do other than crush the row?
He got his degree, Adam.
Okay.
Dang it.
He played, so I'll go into it. Yeah, he played volleyball and he played basketball.
Who did?
Dick Hammer.
Now
I
entering
just
the
wanted to
game,
say it
Dick
again.
Hammer. Did that get announced? Dude, that's baller.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
that's incredible.
He was
You come from a long line.
he
of
was a
athletes.
Marlboro man as well.
This
amazing.
is on your
This is the same guy.
mom's side.
Yes. And he played in the 1964 Olympics. Played volleyball.
Holy
Whoa.
shit,
your other
dude.
grandpa did a parenting class. You
Yep.
know he gave me a parenting class.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
You didn't know that.
I didn't.
Get to know your co-host.
Okay.
but sadly, he passed away when I was 2 years old.
Oh man.
So I don't even know if all this is true or not. It could be made
Hilarious.
up. I don't even know.
No, I'm gonna believe
No,
it, dude.
it's true.
It's the legend,
Circle
the
gets
legend
the
of Dick
square.
Hammer.
The legend
lives
of
on.
Dick Hammer.
Wow, dude. If
Yeah.
you ever want to write that script, I will play Dick Hammer.
Well, we need
Well,
somebody.
yeah.
All right, so maybe we offer
was
to
handsome.
Brad Pitt, and then yeah, he was handsome. Wait, so SC Rose Bowl. Now things are really like taking a turn, right? You're starting to feel all right. NFL's on the horizon. Who starts to talk to you first about that whole process? Is
That
it-
happened so fast, by the way.
Right?
Oh my
Rose
gosh.
Bowl, and then it's like your whole world's upside down.
Well, it was weird. So I wasn't even the starter at the beginning of the
Right.
season, and coach decides to play me after 4 games. We were 1-3. We were 1-2. He plays me after 3 games. Sorry, we lose against Utah for my first start. We're 1-3, and we had a team meeting, players only. Got in there, what's up? We just need to trust each other, all that stuff, and we get out there and just we roll. Yeah, we just couldn't lose, and right after the Rose Bowl, it was just all NFL talk and all this stuff. The next,
out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy because it went by so fast. Once you start winning, people always say time flies when you're having fun. It's super true, especially in the NFL or college. Like when you start winning, the season just flies by. So
were you able to enjoy it though, or did some of the NFL stuff start to
sure.
perpetrate the? Yeah, you did. Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. I had great friends, great family to be able to just hang out with.
That's
and
awesome.
then you made your decision like right after the Rose Bowl. How?
No, I mean, so I wasn't gonna make any decision until after my redshirt sophomore season.
Okay.
And then I, right after that Ohio State game in the Cotton Bowl was when I really sat down with my parents and decided, okay, this is what I need to do, and started to figure it out.
How many? And do you have any more credits left, or did you finish?
I have 7 classes left.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you take them? Are you going to take them online?
I can. I think.
Yeah.
I think I can take them online, but I think for some classes I need to go.
Yeah.
To school. So, at a certain point.
Yeah.
Right now, I just need to focus on football though.
Well,
school's always going to be there to
No
be
doubt.
able to get that degree, but
No doubt.
I need to focus on the career and all that. But yeah.
So agent comes in real quick, like once all the NFL talk starts going, and then they start going, all right, these are the teams that are probably gonna look at you. This is what, does that all get laid out very quickly?
Yeah. Well, the agent thing's kind of nuts, but I have my dad to thank for that. Throughout my last season at USC, he was really just taking phone calls and doing all that. Wouldn't even tell me a thing.
That's good.
Wasn't saying anything
Smart.
to me. Just let me focus on the season.
You have enough on your plate.
Right. And I told him, I was like, I don't want to know anything. I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to focus on the season, have fun with my boys, and then whatever happens after the season is what it is, and
I like that.
so my dad, after the season, we sat down, and then once I decided, okay, I want to go to the NFL, then the whole agent thing, and I was one of the last ones to get an agent and go through that whole process. I had a 2-week process where I sat down with 4 different agencies and made the decision. So
just pitching you so hard, huh?
With because I was honestly, I was really, really focused, when I was deciding what agency I was going to go with, super focused on all right, what fits best for me. And so I was just more focused on that than anything,
Yeah.
To be honest, it was really a blur.
Yeah.
The whole process, finishing the season, losing to Ohio State, bummed out about that. And then having to make a video to say that I was leaving SC early, and then going right into the agent process. It was a lot, especially in 2 weeks.
And that first year, so then you go season, Rose Bowl, pick an agent, combine, season. So your first real off season
was a season.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's
that's why they call it the rookie wall.
Oh, dude.
Around week 10, which is a real thing.
Smacks you.
But again, I want to say freshman, but my rookie season in the NFL, around that time I started playing well. I started to understand the offense more.
Yeah.
Josh McCown was really helping me out a ton with understanding the offense, and so we started to roll as a team, really. Some of the games we just couldn't finish.
Yeah.
But that's when it became fun, and I wasn't getting as tired at night watching film. It
Right.
started to become super fun. So yeah, it was just a really good time. That rookie season was a lot. I mean, just the combine, the combine, the pro day, the draft.
Yeah, tell me about the
it was
draft. Where were you? What was the call like? The feeling? Give me that. Who was there with you?
Yeah, so it was my
Who
whole
were you
family.
wearing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who were you
Yeah.
with?
So no, it was cool. I mean, it was all my 2 closest friends, family,
Obviously not
coaches. Yeah, you guys definitely weren't there.
We're in spirit.
Yeah, I actually got your DM a few years ago. Yeah.
Well played.
So no, it was
That's good.
it was fun. Just the whole draft thing. I mean, it was crazy because I really could have, the Browns and then the Giants really
Yeah.
could have gone to either 2. I thought, and then, yeah, I really knew the Jets were going to pick me at 3 if I was there, and so it was really.
So you're drafted in Dallas.
Yeah, we stayed up pretty late draft night.
Yeah.
Stayed out till 4:30, just having a great time with
The
my
night
friends and
before,
family.
or when you got drafted?
After I get drafted,
Okay.
we celebrate, have a great time until 4:30, and then I got to get on a flight at 5:30 or 6
Ooh,
to go to New York
and do a
Ooh,
press
and
conference.
do press conference and all that.
Oh.
And It was a
wiping
good
your
time,
eyes. I
man.
love it.
Yeah.
That's
So
all good stuff, though, you know.
But you're young. You bounce back quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
also
bounced back
got to
super
do
fast,
that.
like
What a
20 or
boring
21.
thing if you were like, yeah, it was crazy. So I got drafted. I went home, got 9 hours of sleep, woke up, made my flight. It was boring as fuck. Like, you know, you did it right, obviously.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, you did.
Yes, yeah.
What was that press conference like? I mean, with the Jets logo and
Dude.
everybody, like,
It's gnarly, right?
surreal.
Kind of
yeah?
gnarly. Yeah. Way gnarlier than SC.
Right?
I'm gonna be real.
And
really?
SC was big. It was a big deal.
I
at
think
the
if I
time,
would have
but-
done like a press conference at SC like that,
Yeah.
it would have been crazy. But I mean,
It's a lot,
that was
dude.
insane. Like, yeah,
remember
number
it?
3 pick, like all that stuff. It was
Yeah.
just like, I got it. Yeah, because I was, you know, I felt good. I bounced back quick, but I was still, you know, I was like, okay,
Couple steps behind
figuring
yourself.
myself out right here. So I get in the press conference and I'm like, oh, I'm chilling. I walk on stage and I turn around. It's just bright lights. I'm like, oh my god, this is
Here we
crazy.
go, right?
All these people, but then, you know, once the first couple questions started firing, I was fine. And yeah, it's just, if you just don't get distracted by the bright lights and you just focus on kind of the questions and, you know, the right way to answer. I think USC definitely helped me out a ton with that.
For sure.
With like answering the tough questions and every little word, how you say it, you know, words and phrases getting pulled out of context. I really got trained well at SC for that. So that really helped me in that.
Shout out Tim Tessalone.
Shout out Tim Tesla, man. Great people there. So it was just, yeah, it was pretty easy for me. And then, but there have been times where like someone would ask a question, I'd be like, I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah.
Just to get another like,
Of course, buy
how
some
should
time.
I say this? So, yeah, it's just those little tips and tricks on how to answer questions and how to dodge them. You learn quick.
Do you remember what your off-field goal was and your on-field goal was? And maybe you had multiple, but just give me one because we don't have all day, Donald. For that first year, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure you got a bunch of people coming at you. You got new coaches you're meeting, family. Like, you're trying to take in a lot of input and information. But when you look in the mirror, you're like, all right, this is what I want to accomplish this year on the field and off the field.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, my goals were so small, just getting into the league because I just wanted to understand the offense.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, like, just do things right and be consistent with that. And then off the field, it was just be myself, you know, and not try to do anything crazier. Don't try to be like the leader, you know, the guy that's
That
gonna.
stuff happens naturally.
Yeah,
Yep.
it happens naturally, and especially
Totally
for
do.
me, like I'm not a rah guy. I'm not gonna sit there and scream at the guys and do all that kind of stuff. So, you know, for me, it was just about just remembering to be myself, and even if I did have a bad game, I remember sitting down with Bill Parcells before the draft. I'll never forget it. He said, no matter what happens on Sunday, Monday or Thursday, just go back, you know, Wednesday, get back in that huddle like nothing happened, you know, just be yourself and
That's awesome.
just get back in the huddle. He kept saying that to us. So, you know, I'll never forget Bill Parcells saying that, one of the most legendary coaches of all
That's
time.
really
So,
cool. That's really cool.
you know, it's no matter what happens, and that's so true because sometimes it can be hard, you know.
Or sometimes it's so good
yeah,
that you know, sometimes the success is what's hard.
sure,
You know,
for sure.
you go on a 3-game win streak, you're throwing 3-4 touchdowns a game. It's like, whoa, dude, we can't miss.
yeah. I'll never forget. I mean, it was, what was it? It was the Patriots game, one of the worst games of my career by far. 4 or 5 picks, I forget, and just a terrible game. And it was, I got back in the huddle on Wednesday, and Ryan Khalil, who we picked up in the offseason, was like, dude, you're a guy. Like, we're rolling with you. Like, we all trust you. Like, put that game behind you and just go back to work.
How good did that
And,
feel? Right?
Dude, that was like,
Having a guy
seriously
like that,
one of like the all-time moments in my
right?
career.
Because you have to
And-
like psych yourself out too. You got to remind
Yeah.
yourself, like, hey, dude, I'm a badass quarterback. Like, I can
No
play.
doubt.
I
I
know
mean-
I can play. I didn't play well last week, but I can play.
Yeah.
I know I'm here for a reason. You got to
It's
remind
tough,
yourself,
especially on Monday Night Football. You
right?
know, like it's,
oh, dude, who are you telling?
Wait, was this
Yeah.
the
What?
your first game?
Threw a couple boomerang balls.
No, but it was like Monday Night Football. I played well the week before, somewhat in prime time. It was against Dallas.
Right?
Yeah, we had like that 4:00 slot, so it was just against Dallas. Played well. We won.
Bomb to Robbie Anderson.
24-22.
Yeah, I remember watching.
Yeah, defense had a huge stop at the end against that good offense. So it was awesome. It was like a great way to come back from having mono and being sick, and then that next week it was like bang, like 4 or 5 picks.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm how
like,
quickly it changed.
Oh my God.
So that's like,
and that's the NFL.
So the NFL, and
what, just the up and downness,
the ebbs and flows, the
Yeah.
peaks and valleys.
And you don't want it to be like that, obviously, but it's
No.
just how it goes.
And when they say don't get too high, don't get too low, is that like so easier said than done? Because like if you have a
I
killer
think so.
game, like to kind of pull the rug out from under your enthusiasm and just kind of like get yourself back to ground level,
Yeah.
that seems
Yeah.
almost unfair to why you're even playing in the first place.
I
Yeah.
saw you post a picture of that book. It takes what it takes about neutral
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Trevor
that.
Moad. No doubt. It's all about just staying even keeled. And I think, and the foreword in that book is by Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best guys at it too. Just, doing whatever it takes to, win a game and play as consistent as possible.
Right.
And I'll never forget, I think it was like an NFC championship game against the Packers, or maybe divisional round. It was that game he threw like 3 picks in the two or three picks in the first half.
Game, yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost
He's
the
a
worst day of
huge
my life.
Hawks fan, dude.
Yeah.
And we
They
had to wait
won, right?
They won. We had to wait 2 weeks later, and then that was the worst day.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah,
That was the Donald Butler year.
Yeah.
Malcolm Butler,
interception.
yeah.
Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler, yeah.
It's crazy. Wait, so you're watching that game and you're just like, because I'm curious too, as quarterbacks, you guys try to. It says with great actors too, everybody steals from everybody, right? So you watch, you learn. If you see something you like in somebody, you go, oh, cool, I'm gonna kind of
wanna
apply
emulate
that.
those things.
Yeah,
Sure.
Same thing with you guys, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, you look at Aaron Rodgers and you're like, oh man, if I can do this, I could. But like at the end of the day, it's like he's a freak show.
Dude, some of the way he throws and
Yeah.
like those jump throws,
Yeah.
back foot stuff, that's like
The way he creates energy, like every
It's incredible.
quarterback's dream is to like figure out how to create that energy. Like he uses his feet so well and his hips to
It's
create
incredible.
torque. It really is incredible.
I
But
wanted not to rehash a crappy game. I've
Sure.
had plenty of them. But the Monday night game, and Adam and I actually talked about this in one of our trial
Yeah.
podcasts,
Yeah.
right?
Your first game, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
No.
The Monday night game against the Pats. So you have this great game against Dallas. Boom, you're
Oh, right,
you're
right.
mic'd up against the Pats, and you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to Gase on the sidelines, saying, "Man, I'm seeing ghosts
it was
out
Dowell.
there."
Yeah.
So
I
or
would
to
never,
Dowell, excuse
I
me.
would never say that to.
So
Adam.
to get, we'll talk about that later. But and I was telling Adam like, because it gets so much traction because it's New York.
Yeah.
If you're in Jacksonville, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it makes like the Hey Rookie show or like the Hey whatever, like maybe, but it's not that. And I was trying to explain to him, I've said basically that without saying those exact words. And so the words get taken, like you said, out of context. And it's like, you feel like you're playing against 15 defenders. You're like, wait a second. I studied for one thing and I'm seeing something else. What the hell's going on out here? Somebody talk to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah, I think for me, to be honest, I don't even know exactly what I said like after that or before it, but I just remember I said that and then I moved right on to the next thing.
Yes.
I was like, hey man, God, I'm seeing ghosts out there. But I thought I saw this and I
Right.
didn't. They disguised it really well.
Sure.
And that's kind of what I meant by it. And then all of a sudden, like after the game, I'm bummed out. Like, throw my towel in my locker. And I'm just pissed off. And then our media guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, I just want you to know before you do this presser, they said, like, on TV they caught you saying that you were seeing ghosts. And I was like, oh, okay, that's whatever.
Yeah, it was an afterthought.
right.
And
like,
then it just became a big thing. And
It made it sound like you ran to the sidelines panicking. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
like it
I'm not
took
even
on
seeing
this,
people out there. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
this isn't Sixth Sense. Like,
So, but that's exactly, it was just to kind of see like that stuff after the fact. And then, we go to Jacksonville and they're playing like the Ghostbusters theme song in the whole stadium.
Oh, man.
And to be honest, like that was kind of
did you
hilarious.
see the mascot?
Yeah.
Did you see the mascot?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It was hilarious. But, and those types of things are going to happen again in the New York media market. But, it didn't bother me or faze me at all. But
It doesn't
to
seem
be
like
honest,
it.
it's
I
just
didn't think it
like-
would.
yeah, it's just
But looking
it
back,
kind
you
of goes to
understand.
show,
Dude.
how much guys like Adam actually know about football.
Yeah. Wait, what's up?
Hello?
Sorry, I zoned out the last 45 minutes. What's going on? I do want to talk about your first game on TV, which was Monday Night Football, right? First game. Was
Yeah.
it Monday Night Football?
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah,
Against
right.
Detroit.
Detroit,
Yeah,
that's right.
At Detroit.
And I think first pass was a pick six.
Pick six. Yeah, it was a good play.
Is that
Completion.
yeah? But here's why I bring that up.
Completion.
Because obviously,
That's right.
yeah,
Touchdown.
to the wrong guy.
That's
can say
hilarious. Yeah, scored on my first pass. I don't know, take people through your mind, because it's like there's probably so much being built up to that moment, and then that's probably the ultimate thing you don't want to happen, and it
Sure.
happens. I mean, is it the same thing where you're just like back in the huddle, or are you like fuck on the sidelines, or who comes over to you?
Definitely not that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does someone come over to
doesn't
you,
talk
or do they
like
go,
that.
he knows
I'll
what
never
happened, leave him alone?
Don't forget.
Let us know.
Spencer Long came up to me. He was a center at the time, and he was like, "Dude, we're good. We got it." And that was really all I needed. Josh McCown was obviously right there on the sideline. He was like, "You're good, buddy." But I'll never forget, like, watching the TV copy over again. Like, everyone's faces were like, like, this is the guy.
Bunch of liars.
Man.
This is the
We
guy.
drafted him. What number did we draft him?
Yeah.
So I did that, and obviously went out there and played a pretty good game after that.
So you
but
played
I mean,
great after that.
yeah.
You guys won.
Our defense carried us
So
that game.
what?
But it was
Been there.
awesome, no doubt. But it was awesome to be able to have that happen and then win in the way that we did. Dude, it was awesome though. I mean, that whole experience, just like Monday Night Football. Only people left in the stands were Jets fans.
Yeah.
JTS.
Dude, when you
SSS,
go
it was
on the
awesome.
road, talk about that. When you go on the road and you win,
Oh, best.
and their fans are gone, and
the
it
best.
becomes your home stadium, dude,
Especially Jets
That's
fans
like-
travel well
they do.
too, and so
And
You
they
guys
let
have
people
arguably
know.
the best fans in football.
it was awesome.
It's
and
awesome.
so
It's a good
it was a
feeling,
good
man.
time, yeah. And like after the game, I was like, "This is the NFL." Like,
It's so cool, right?
yeah,
It's different. It's different.
yeah. So it was a fun, super fun experience, and yeah.
Are you the type of player too, if you're at a road game and let's say you get a late dinner at like a Outback Steakhouse, or maybe you see there's a DQ open late and you're like, oh,
Like a Sizzler or something.
Sizzler, and you go there not
salad
thinking,
bar.
there's what's that?
Great salad bar.
The best.
Yeah.
Hooters, a close second. Let's say you go there, right, and you see some Jets fans that were at the game and they're fanning out, but like I'm
You
sure you
leave
just try
after
to read the
game.
room. What's
You
that?
leave after the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
fly
you
home
leave
right
after
after
the
the
game.
game.
But let's just say it's like Saturday night. or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
I'm
So
trying
the
to, like,
night before the game.
Trying to play
The
out
night
like a
before
fan.
the game at
Ever heard of a
Hooters,
fantasy?
which is very
It's
realistic.
A fan's
So the
dream.
night.
We're
the
not going to
night-
nice steakhouses.
Yeah.
We're going to,
But let's say, how about even in New York, right?
'Kay.
Post game.
Yeah.
So you're in your humble abode, and you got some Jets fans.
Sure.
Do you try to like tell yourself always like be open and receptive, or if they're
depends if we win or not.
That's right.
Totally.
Shut up.
Totally.
I love it.
If we lose, it was funny though. Me and Kyle were talking about this
Yeah.
the other day. Kyle Allen, he was like, we're talking like, what if you just have a ton of family in town and like you got these dinner plans after the game, and you lose? What happens? I was like, dude, to be honest, like,
kill.
I
It's a
mean,
wrap.
I try to tough it out. It's hard.
It's hard.
But I'll tough it out and go to dinner. Won't be saying much. Won't be telling many stories. But not that I have any, anyways.
Yeah.
But I'll go out and like be cordial and all that stuff. But
You don't have any good Dick Hammer stories to pull back?
they
up
know
from the
them
past?
all already.
They know them all.
yeah.
But you just
So,
kind of want to be in your own little misery
for
cocoon.
sure. Yeah, I'm just I'll
And are
be
you
watching the Sunday night game and just turn it off early, like third quarter, and go to bed at like 8.
Yeah,
Wake up,
'cause
watch the
you're
tape.
pissed.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to hear from both you guys because you're obviously both super young. Sam, obviously way younger, even though Mark's got the best skin out of all of us.
Thanks, man.
What's your secret?
Just wait. I mean, I just got back from New York. Give me like 2 weeks. At least.
People ask me about my skincare
come
routine.
on.
Drafted at 22, drafted at 20. Being in New York at that age, I remember going to New York for with my rabbi took like 10 of us for like a temple trip to
Oh,
like show
serious?
us. I'm serious. Yeah, yeah, and yeah. Oh, you think I'm just making up rabbi stories, Sam? So he takes us there, and we like to see New York. I remember it being overwhelming at, what is it, 16, 17? I can only imagine what it's like to where you have been given the keys to the city, more or less, at that age. You know what I'm saying? All that pressure.
How many bagels?
Dude, so many
How many
bagels.
locks?
So many locks. How do you handle that type of New York pressure? Who tells you how to handle it, or is it just kind of like...
Nobody teaches you. Nobody. There's no. preparation you can have for that, I feel like, right?
What was
you
the
just
question?
have to live it. The New York pressure, like you win, you're young in New York, you get the keys to everything. Everybody wants to hang out. Everybody wants to take the
and
picture.
once you back it up, I'm saying, once you get that success, which both you got.
There's no launch pad for that. It's just good luck.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of figured out.
Right?
So, yeah, it's honestly, dude, like, I know I keep saying it, but, like, I got such a close group of friends and, like, a great family that, you know, I feel like anyone outside that circle I can kind of just, you know, hang out with if I want to, but if not, I don't feel weird, like, saying, oh, like, I don't want, you know, don't feel like going out tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'll go out with that close group of friends, and we won't, like, post anything, you know, it's just, it's mellow. It's just
And
super fun to have
your
those
space.
days. Yeah,
That's
100%.
It's important to have that to keep you grounded. But like you said, you lose, especially if you play bad or lose because of you. That's to go sign autographs and take pictures for people.
Oh.
It's like, and dude, that's like, give me an Oscar for acting that out, because that's really, really hard.
Yeah, and like even, you know, if some teammates are going out or I got to do a signing or something like that, some like jerk will come up and be like, hey, shouldn't you be like studying that tape that you just, you know, and it's just like.
Don't you have some plays to go over?
Yeah.
Like, thanks, dude. What'd
Like,
you say your name was? Dick?
Yeah. You guys, Dick Hammer? Yeah. You guys just lost. Like, shouldn't you be focused on like what you did wrong and like all this stuff? I'm like.
You're like, yeah, we're at a charity bowling tournament, okay? Like, what do you want me to do?
Relax. Like, this is for a good cause.
But those are, I can't tell you the relief in the locker room after when they were like, I hosted Thanksgiving one time for a bunch of guys on the team, or like Santonio would have like his charity bowling tournament, or DeBrickashaw would have his charity event. But when it's after a loss, dude, it's so hard. Nobody wants to go. The turnout's low. But after a win, in the locker room, you're just like,
yeah.
Right?
No
like
doubt.
You're signing everything, right?
Yes. You're like, I'm taking pictures.
No
we're
doubt,
having
dude.
fun.
Hugging
Everybody's
babies,
invited.
holding babies, all that stuff, dude. It's
kissing babies, making babies. Yeah.
Giving them back, though. Quickly.
What was that last one?
Yeah, making babies.
Yeah.
Do you ever, if you ever
do
get
that.
so down about a game, but a kid is in your face with a picture, are you ever just so distraught that you just, instead of signing your name, you sign I suck?
Whoa.
You know?
I'm leaving.
No, I'm saying because like I've had bad sets, you know what I'm saying? Where like
Oh, we know. We've heard them.
No, but I'm saying like
What's that story?
when you get so
okay,
down.
hold on. I got to tell them a couple stories.
Real quick. Let me finish this point.
Okay.
Point being,
Question or
like,
statement?
where you get so down on yourself, and obviously that was a joke. You would never do that, but to where you have to like, you know, kind of fight through it to do it, or do you just straight up go cold turkey and don't even put yourself in a position to sign anything?
No, I'll sign. I mean, because I think you might know. I mean, you come out of the family tent and there's all those fans right there.
Yeah.
Every time you go out.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the parking lot A. So if you're a Jets fan, you know where we are now. But
After losses, I used to try and wait it out. My family was like, let's
that's
go. And I'm
impossible,
like,
dude.
I'll wait.
They wait.
I'm good, I'll
forever.
wait.
So, yeah, I would like go out there and sign. And like, if people wanted to, you know, if they're like asking me questions, I'll literally just not say anything. I'll just sign. If they want to take a selfie, no, they'll just sign. Yeah. And so that's kind of how it goes. But after wins, yeah, you're definitely a little more cordial. But
so his Sinbad story.
Yeah, let's go. What is this?
Let's do the Mike Tomlin story. But it's basically like, you know, when people talk different around different ethnicities or groups of people, like, you know, if you're around guys in the locker room and you say like, yo, dog, like, you don't really talk like that. So Adam is a chameleon and isn't genuine, and he decides.
Well, it's like Mark around me. He's like, hey, anybody got any noodle kugel? I'm like, you don't even know what that is, dude. That's served at Passover, and stop saying it.
God.
Yeah.
So he sees Mike Tomlin working out on a treadmill, and he walks up to him.
Oh,
And I was like, what did you say? And he's like, you know, I hit him like with a pound. And I was like, but you said something stupid. And he goes, yeah. I said, do your thing. I was like, when do you say that? He goes,
By the way,
"I
got
never
him to
said that."
remove his headphones. So
What'd you say?
had the pound out.
Do your thing.
Had the pound out,
did you
and he
just
goes like this. He's like, so the fist is out like this, and he just looks over and he goes, stops himself from doing the elliptical, goes, what's up? Like knowing that I already said something, just didn't hear me. So I had held it out that whole time. So it's a good 9 seconds of me just waiting for him to recognize that my fist is out, take off his headphones, and then he looks over and goes, what'd you say? And I go, do your thing.
Not like a
Like
ghost
that with his
Steelers?
eyes?
Yeah,
Yes.
man. And then he bumped it, and he put his headphones back on, and then they lost.
Was he just like,
Yeah, I mean, he was cool
Whatever.
about it. Yeah,
Was he like
he didn't smile, but it was like
that's him.
It was a pretty hearty dab.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't leave the hotel gym.
Dork.
If anything, he worked out harder.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, okay.
He's like, I am going to do my thing. Hell yeah.
This kid inspired me.
Okay, he's a
That's
head
right.
coach. Let's segue into head coaches.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles, then Adam Gase.
Gase.
Differences between a defensive guy, offensive guy.
Yeah. Honestly, just with Coach Bowles, I wasn't in the head coach's office as much.
Sure,
but,
of course.
I mean, there is just subtle differences with like practice and scheduling. Like offense kind of always gets the benefit of the doubt with Gase, and then the other way around with Coach Bowles. So just those little differences. I mean, nothing crazy though, because with Bowles, run the defense, and then we had Jeremy Bates as the offensive coordinator, great coach, and he was just awesome. It's kind of like it's really two different sides of the ball and almost two different head
teams,
coaches.
right?
Yeah,
Weird.
kind of. So it is a little funky that way, but to be honest, not because it is like that, there isn't a huge difference in my opinion. It's just if you do well as an offense,
Sure.
you're not gonna, your offensive coordinator isn't gonna get a head coaching job somewhere.
Right.
That head coach is gonna stay there because we're doing well.
Right.
You don't get punished for doing well because
And
you
lose
get
your guy.
you get a whole new offense in, and that can be a whole different situation.
So Dal Loggins was our quarterback coach in Chicago, is now his quarterback coach.
Great dude.
He's awesome. D-Lo, you'd love him. He might think you're funny too.
Give me his number.
We'll FaceTime after this.
I'm good at blindly texting people.
I'm not allowed to call him, actually, I don't think.
So then, okay, because Dallas told me Adam Gase is great. He left Chicago to go be with him in Miami.
Yep.
He has this like persona in the media,
yeah.
and in the first press conference, like his eyes are all over the place. So people are like, "Whoa, this guy's like, what's his deal?"
Yeah.
Tell me the real Adam Gase. Give me your relationship with him.
He's
Explain
awesome,
that.
man.
Because former players love him.
Adam's great. Yeah, he's the man. I mean, you can go talk to him about anything, whether it's football or just life. Great family man. Whenever his wife and kids are around, he's great. So, I have nothing bad to say about him.
No, of course.
Obviously, I wouldn't, but if I had anything to say, but I seriously don't. He's a great guy, great coach, and he's really good. Him, D'Lo, really our whole offensive staff. Again, not really sure about the defense. I'm sure Greg does a really great job, and I know he does a really great job with the defense, just talking to those guys. But as an offense, I mean, everyone's held accountable.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, one of the most important things in the NFL, or really in football in general at any level, is if you can get all 11 guys to be on the same page no matter what, you can do something special every single play. So I think Adam's kind of really got that down, and really our whole staff is on the same page. And I think towards the end of the year, finishing the season 6-2, we started trending in the right direction. I think that momentum's going to carry into next year. And
especially early in the season, you're out with mono. People are freaking out, writing you guys off. Mm-hmm. You missed how many games? 3, 4 games?
3.
3 games?
4 weeks. We had a bye. Yep.
And they lost all 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
You started 0-4, right?
Yeah.
So you go 6-2 at the end of the season. I mean, this
7-9.
Yeah, this is a real.
Yeah, that's a lot of momentum to carry over.
Those 4 games, the AFC was wide open, right? I mean, Tennessee won.
Yeah, we were 2 wins away from.
That's
being
what
in the
I'm
playoffs.
saying. So
yeah,
this is. I mean, you're closer than you think. And at the beginning of the year, it's 0-4. Your quarterback's out.
1-7.
Yeah, your quarterback's out. So it's like, oh, they suck. They're done. Fire Gase. I'm like, whoa, hold
That's
on
New York.
now. Let's peel back this onion here. Let's see what's going on. So you like where you're headed. You like where you're trending.
100%.
Good.
Yeah, I think we got really good pieces, offensively to do some special things. I mean, great coaching staff, like I said. Again, it helps having the same system.
Right.
Going into my 3rd year, so it'll be fun, man. I mean, I love playing in this offense. Starting to take a little more control, which I'm happy about. Just a lot of positive things heading into next year.
And
what do you tell the fans who are like, man, we haven't been to the playoffs since Mark Sanchez in 2010?
He says, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
That up.
There's just the one thing I would say to fans, I think, is there's so many great guys in the locker room.
Yeah.
And whether they're good or not, you can win with those guys. If they're
Starts with people.
Yeah. Starts with people, no doubt about it. And I think with, everything that's going on, up top, starting with Christopher Johnson and Woody up there, I think they've been doing a great job. And, it's just our organization's heading in the right direction. And, again, like you just said, and like I said, man, the guys in the locker room are awesome. And that's really where it starts. And if we can vibe and hang together, anything's possible. And, to start out the season 1-7 and then go 6-2 in the back half, it takes special people to do that. Because, like I know and like I'm sure as well,
teams are throwing the towel, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
It's over. They'll quit on each other, which sucks. And
100%.
I've been in locker rooms like that. It's terrible.
And that's not the case with us.
That's good.
You said you're not a big rah-rah, like, bring everybody together type speech guy, but I feel like you definitely can be. When you guys went on that 6-2 to close out the season run, did you kind of have a moment or at least some sort of a time where you're like, I got to say something to everybody. This is my team,
No, I think, if we're just in a lull in practice, I'll say something.
Yeah.
Or in a game, if I got to say something, if I feel like the energy's a little low on the sideline, I'll say something or I'm not going to like bring people up like, hey guys, come here. Like I got something to say.
Yeah. Right.
But, there's definitely a time and a place. I think the biggest thing for me is just going to work every single day and just showing guys that I care a lot about winning and about them. So I think that's kind of more my style. But if something needs to be said or something, there's, a big elephant in the room or whatever, I'm definitely, not just going to let it hang there. I'm definitely going to address it.
What about postseason, keeping in touch with teammates? You're texting them like, man, I'm so fucking fired up for the season. I can't wait.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
No, there's, everyone deserves their time off.
Yeah.
We see each other so much. But, yeah, every now and then I'll shoot people a text.
You going to get any of them to come out and throw?
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
For sure, whether out here or
Go somewhere and meet up?
Yeah, Florida somewhere, down south anywhere. I don't care, wherever they want to go.
There's a quad at my condo in up in Hollywood. It's not that big, but it's enough for like did you ever play pickle as a kid? Like back and forth, like with like the Nerf mitts?
Yeah.
It's like a good pickle-sized court.
Okay.
We'll let them know.
Good, yeah.
Sleep on it? This isn't like an answer now type.
I'll let the guys know. Yeah.
That'd be great. Maybe you put me in a group text with the team.
It's good. Yeah.
Don't give anybody.
We'll save a lot of money.
Don't give anybody's number. When you guys installed with Gase's system, whose clips did you watch? Did you watch any Cutler?
A lot of Cutler, a lot of Manning.
Cutler Miami, Cutler Chicago.
Both. Cutler Miami, Cutler Chicago, Tannehill, obviously.
Right.
Peyton.
Right.
Dude, sleeper baller, Matt Moore.
He balled this year
watch
for
some
KC.
Watch some Matt Moore tape.
Yeah.
From Miami.
He can sling it, dude.
He freaking slings it. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
They bring 0. He's taking 7 from the gun and
hauling
letting it
ass
rip.
back. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
And he's getting drilled in the ribs, but doesn't care. So
is this a known thing? Do people talk about guys like this?
Yeah.
If you've watched enough, you know.
Okay.
You've just seen it, and you're like.
Mainly
either
just
I agree or
quarterbacks
disagree.
talk about it. Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's cool.
But
that was a cool thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But Peyton's Peyton,
he's pretty good.
it was fun to
Tackle
watch.
football quarterback,
Dude,
huh?
It was crazy though, like sometimes like the coaches would be, because I would love to watch Peyton. Cutler's super fun to watch too. So is Ryan for that matter, but like Peyton, you're just like, this is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Like, I want to watch his tape.
Of
and
course.
like the coaches are like, ease up, this is his like 15th year in the system.
Right.
Like
Right.
you're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
And so
And it takes time to be,
It does.
like you said. So speak to that. You want to be in the same system. You want to grow with that same nucleus of talent and study the same things. We talked about it today on the field. Imagine being in a system for 18 years, Tom Brady.
For sure.
Like,
yeah, it's you definitely want to get to that point, and I think for me it's understanding that there is a process.
Right.
And for me, I just got to remember not to get ahead of myself. Just keep learning, keep growing within the system. Watch tape as I usually do to try to learn myself, what I do well, what I don't do well, so that I do less of it. But yeah, it's really about just studying myself, understanding what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. But then also I think one of the cool things was watching Peyton and kind of how he how he managed things at the line of scrimmage.
Sure.
You know, little things like road games. Is he going up to the line of scrimmage, talking to each individual O-lineman, communicating out to the receivers? You could do a great. I'm thinking about the Gruden impression, but the sheriff.
The sheriff.
And then like home game, is he not even going up to the line of scrimmage because they can all hear him?
Right.
So like little things like that that I would kind of look at and be like, oh, that's interesting. You know, he did this, but Cutler did this, and then now like Ryan's doing this.
Sure.
Like I wonder what the best way is to do it. And so me and Gase would kind of have conversations about that. And then, you know, we'd talk about it, and then sure enough, I go on the field and do my own thing, you know, because
well, you got to be you.
You got to be you. So put my own little twist on it. But it was so fun to just kind of watch him, you know, in the same system and try to like emulate those things, obviously,
and you pick
while
parts,
also understanding that there's a process.
Sure. And you pick the good parts from all of them. But give me your favorite Adam Gase comment, either after a good play or a bad play. Come on, I know he says some funky stuff. Come on.
I don't know anything like that he said to me, but I just remember in a game I threw a very dumb interception. It was against Miami at Miami. We get a touchdown called back, which should have been a touchdown, I think, even now. So we get it called back. We're at the 2. We call a sprint out to the left.
I remember this.
Which he says wasn't a good call, but I thought it was a good call. Our guys kind of, you know, it was supposed to be kind of a pick play, and they run into each other. It was a huge debacle. I should have just thrown it away right away.
You extended the play.
Jerome Baker, super fast, really good linebacker from Miami, screams through the B gap. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to sidestep him and then kind of avoid the tackle and try to throw it. Because I kind of see Crowder. I'm like, I can fit this one in there. So I avoid him, but I don't avoid him. And he ends up grabbing my hips, and I'm like trying to throw it at the same time. Throw it, bad pick, wobbly ball. Anyways, gets picked off. And this is like right before the half. So we could have scored.
Perfect.
Flip again. Yeah. But so I do that. And I just remember coming back to the sideline, and Gase just gives me, you know, he gives me one of these. And that was it. I was like, oh, no.
Because you know.
Because I know
he
for
knows
sure
that you
he
know.
knows. And he knows that I know. So it was one of those just like.
If I can.
Gase.
Do you remember the play? I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I like to watch them. But it have you seen 1917?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
Where they're
Great
throwing,
movie.
like, in the war movie, where they're throwing, like, grenades out of the trench. That's kind of how the ball comes out. And this thing's, like, in the air. And you're just like, I was watching, like, no. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, we're going to be all right.
Do you avoid the coach when you're going to the sideline after a play like that? Or do you beat
you
right to him?
can't really.
Yeah, you can't.
Especially if you're on the goal line, because you got to walk.
To the other sideline?
Yeah. Walk to the other sideline and then hook a right.
Like, what would he do if you walked straight towards him and before he could say anything, you just go, I know! Like, and just intercept
You're not
his
my
look?
real dad.
I've done one of those. Not like that, though, because that was weird, but...
This awkward moment brought to you by Mark Sanchez.
No, so I like, you know, I don't know if it was Gase, but might have been Dowell.
Yeah, give me a good Dow one, because Dow's good for some funny stuff.
Oh, no, there was something. Oh, yeah, there was something that I said. It was like Dallas did a really good job. There was one play where they disguised zero really well. It was like third and medium, 3rd and 5 or something. And, yeah, I think it was Dallas. And they disguised zero, and I see it, but, like, I don't really have any answers.
Yeah.
And which was my fault. You know, I should have pointed someone or done something. And at the very last second, right before he hits me, it was the Giants, because it was Jabril Peppers who hit me. And I, like, throw it at Demaryius Thomas, but he's, like, running his route. I just throw it at his feet. And Jabril Peppers just nails me right in the ribs right as I let it go. And I come to the sideline. I'm, like, limping, like, I'm hurting. And I just look at Dom, like, I think that was zero. Like, I think that was cover zero.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, buddy, it was.
Your instincts are
Think
right.
you're right.
But I was like, I was smiling, like trying to have a good time with it. Obviously,
Yeah.
you know, maybe not the time, but we're in good field goal position, kicked a field goal, ended up winning that game.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes
we can
you need
laugh
to get
about it
through
now.
those. Exactly.
We can laugh about it. So, Sam, we've got a viewer-submitted question from myself.
He
so I guess I
watches
can
the
just-
show.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the show. I got to know, but I have discussed this with many of my football fan friends. What is the most unexpected or coolest exchange you've had post-game with a QB? Because as a fan, you're watching all that. It's so quick. You can never truly read the lips the way you want to. And you always want to think it's something cooler than it is, maybe. But, like, can you give a little insight into that world? Like Mahomes, Brady, any of these guys that you...
Yeah, I mean, the first time I shook hands with Brady, it was kind of cool, after a game. I mean, it sucked, too, like, we lost. Like, it wasn't a great thing, but, I mean, just being able to, like, shake his hand and hear him say, like, good game, like, you got a bright
pretty
future.
cool.
Like,
is that all pretty much it is? Good game. See you next time.
yeah,
Have
especially...
a bomb-ass summer.
Yeah.
Hags.
I remember
Great time.
after, Hags, bro. I remember after the Packers game, it was my first time meeting Aaron, and he actually beat us in overtime, which sucked too. But yeah, a lot of losing. Thanks for asking this question.
Yeah,
No problem, dude.
Great.
I brought it.
Way to
up.
Well,
bring
but that's an
It was
even
my
better
fault.
reason to ask. Like, what do these guys say to you
Yeah.
post-game after a loss?
Yeah,
you know?
so
They're like, yeah, you should try and win next time.
yeah, all the vets. all
Too
the
bad
vets
you're
are
not
just
Aaron
like,
Rodgers. And you're like, dude, you're Aaron Rodgers. I know. You're like, you're a dick. Okay. Says who? You?
No, so I got to meet Aaron after the game, and he was just like super cool, like relaxed, like he always is,
Yeah.
like in those post game interviews. And he was just like, yeah, man, like good game. And like as I was walking away, he was like, see you in the off season, right? I was like, sure, man. Like if you want to hang out,
You call
it'd be
me,
cool,
I'll
yeah.
call you.
That's
Like we'll
so-
throw together, it'd be fun, man. Yeah, sure.
That's cool.
But yeah, he like said that, and it kind of caught me off guard. But
Felt good because he's one of your peers.
it was
now.
cool, and
That's
well,
cool.
it was, yeah, he's like the guy that I like grew up watching. Like
Other
this
than
guy's
me.
a freaking beast. Yeah.
What
Other
about
than
with like
besides
other
me.
young quarterbacks? Like, do you guys both just kind of have a moment of like, dude, how crazy is the NFL? Like, is it one of those things or a little more?
Yeah, I remember after our last Buffalo game this year. Obviously, Josh didn't play, but
Yeah.
kind of like that was his, like that after that game, it was like their team was like going in the playoffs,
Right.
which
Yeah.
obviously we want to feel one day. But like he was like talking about going to Houston and like playing them, just being super pumped about like playing indoors because every QB loves to play indoors.
No doubt.
So it was just super cool, like just kind of hearing him talk about like being in the playoffs and stuff. And, it sucked because obviously we want to be there, but it was
Right.
cool also to like hear someone who I can relate with and just talk about, where I want to be in the future.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like to kind of hear like what it would be like if I was in that position. So that was a cool moment for me. But again, hopefully we're there next year.
Fuck yeah.
Good.
You will be.
It's not far off. Trust
Yeah.
me. You're right there. The team's going to put you in a good spot, hopefully. And when it happens, it's going to happen fast. I'm telling you, just like the Rose Bowl to Combine to everything, it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
So enjoy it like I know you will, and we appreciate you being on as a guest. But we want to play one game before we leave. Who's your, like, the celebrity you met either in L.A. or New York, like, after being the Jets quarterback? I remember meeting some cool celebrities, and you're just like, whoa. And people were like, whoa. I met Kobe right here at Javier's after our rookie season. Was just like, man, happy for you guys, proud of you guys, keep doing your thing. Like, and he's like,
Crazy.
keep talking that shit too. I love your coach. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
okay.
That's awesome.
Like people that you didn't know.
Yeah,
knew
but people you
right?
didn't know who know you.
I mean, no crazy New York stories. I mean,
Yet.
yeah. I mean, I don't go out much, so, there's not a
Same.
whole lot of. I think I have a cool. I mean, because SC, there's always a ton of guys going there. I think my redshirt sophomore year after the Cal game, didn't even know he was there. We go in the locker room and Will Ferrell is just chilling, and it was awesome. I mean, just to be able to meet him. I mean, obviously watched all of his movies.
Best.
Can quote so many of his movies, and he's a great dude. And it was funny, like Coach Helton brings him up in front of the team, and like he's like, Will Ferrell's here, like he wants to say a couple words, and like
God.
I was like, this is gonna be hilarious. I was thinking this is gonna be so funny. He's gonna crack a couple jokes, and he's like, guys, just want to say it was a great game. let's break it down. SC on 3, 1, 2, 3, and that was it.
Whoa.
Like he was just like super serious, like football mode, you know. So it was super cool though. Talking to him after, he's just a super normal guy.
Yeah, that's right here.
Like super just
But
chill
you wanted
and
him in
awesome.
character.
Yeah, I wanted him
I get it.
as Buddy the Elf or something. I was hoping he'd like be wearing tights,
Okay, let's do a little quarterback carousel.
Yes. Obviously, your spot is solidified with your squad. There's a lot of moving pieces this offseason. Do you pay attention to that, first of all? Do you give a shit? Is it it's tough to probably not be somewhat interested because it affects, everybody.
You have an idea.
Yeah. Sorry, I was still thinking about the last question. I actually did meet Post Malone.
Whoa.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
bury the headline.
Sorry,
What?
guys.
Tell us. Tell us everything.
Yeah, so I was just having flashbacks of this night. So
there were some nights in New York. Sam.
yeah, no, it was
Pray
a great
tell.
time. We it was after the season though. Relax.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark,
I
jeez. We don't need
figured
another
that
story
much.
popping up. No, I was just hanging out at this place with a few friends and
Real descriptive.
my buddy Connor McDermott plays with the Jets. He was like, "Yeah, Post Malone's here." And I was like, "Oh no way, that's so cool!" Like, wasn't thinking like, "Oh, like let's meet him or anything."
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the guys came up to me and was like, "Hey, like Post Malone's here. He said he wants to meet you." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty sick." So like I go up there
Wants
and
to meet Connor McDermott or you?
Connor McDermott, yeah. So no, because Anyways, so
That's great.
we go up and me and Connor are kind of hanging out with him and. He's like talking a bunch of smack about how we beat Dallas and because he's a huge Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So he was like, dude, like, why'd you have to do my boys like that? And it was just cool to be able to talk like football with him. And it was just awesome. And he was just wishing me the best on like.
Did you tell him
the
you
season.
listened to his music outside working out in the office?
No, I was like, I
didn't
asked him
fan
who he
out?
was. Yeah, I was like, who are you?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't do that.
Did he have the tats on
Dude, I
his
think
eyes
he
yet?
had like 2 extra tattoos that he doesn't like normally have. It was weird.
You're like, are you related to Karl Malone?
No, I didn't say that.
The mailman?
No, the
Maybe.
other Karl Malone. Yeah.
There probably is another.
Mark, do you have any crazy celeb New York stories?
Scotty and I went out in New York for
Who's Scotty?
Scotty McKnight.
That's when the camera.
That's when we cut to an image of Scotty, the birthday boy.
It is his birthday.
It's
Happy
your birthday?
Scott.
Cool, man.
Not happy birthday.
I'll never forget. Darnold
Just kidding.
told me
Happy
shit on
birthday.
my birthday.
No, Scotty and I went to we went out for Memorial Day weekend right after I got drafted, and we went to a Bruce Springsteen show. We went to a Knicks game, and then we went out in the meatpacking district.
Whoa.
Back then was like,
Packed day.
Yeah.
dude, it was insane.
Yeah. Saw the Lion
probably-
King, left at intermission to get sorbet.
Wait, so
That's
what
so straight.
rumor started that day?
That's a long story. That's a separate story,
Okay.
separate podcast. That's more like an About Last Night.
I love
kind
it.
of thing.
I love it.
But so we
What's
go
that?
to this club. He has another podcast. He cheats on me. We go to this club, and this waitress says, "Hey, somebody upstairs wants to meet you." And we're like, "What?" They're like, "Well, it's Tiger Woods, and he wants you to come up to like his box." We're like, "Whoa!" So we go up there. It's him, Serena Williams,
That's
her
so sick.
agent, like this
Whoa.
whole.
The Nike crew.
We hang out, and the whole night we're just hanging out, drinking. He's talking smack about Stanford and USC and Pac-10 at the time. Now it's Pac-12, but I mean, he was just a normal dude
Yeah.
and so intrigued by sports and so curious about my line of work. And here we are asking him all these questions, trying not to fan out. But then we get back to the room and we have these 2 beds and we're literally jumping on the beds like, oh my God, we freaking met Tiger
Yeah.
Woods, jumping back and forth on the beds.
That's
It was
hilarious.
so stupid and embarrassing, and I hate that I told
And then
them.
Tiger Woods walks in and he goes, "Can you guys get out of my room?"
Exactly.
Um,
Okay, so tell me, if Brady leaves the AFC East, where does he go?
Whoa, dude. Am I allowed to answer that?
Why not?
Are you? Can you
He's
speculate?
a free agent. If he leaves,
Speculating is not an answer, right?
If he leaves, he's gonna go somewhere where he can win now. Obviously.
You don't think he plays another 10?
10 years?
No, minutes.
What? He ain't playing 10 years?
You don't think?
I'd bet the under.
52.
He's 50 years
Dude.
old.
Hey, dude.
Honestly, I don't know why I'm laughing. Wouldn't
Right?
put it past him.
No,
I know.
come on. Let's get
52.
real.
How
here.
many people thought he'd play this long?
Dude, I met
Okay,
Brett
fine,
Favre at
but
the
that's
Super Bowl. That guy could still play.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Between his ears, for sure. His body would break down, dude.
Dude, I don't know. Guy's a tank.
He is,
He's
right?
a beast. He's a beast.
Wrangler, dude.
He's awesome too, man.
Real,
oh, man.
What'd you talk to him
comfortable.
about?
See, these are the stories we're talking
Dude,
about, dude. Quit
These
clamming
stories
up.
I can't tell.
Oh,
on
one
camera.
smidgen of a Favre chat. By the way, Favre chat would be a great spin-off show for him to host, like in his backyard.
Favre chat.
Just like talking about jeans and whiskey and Sam Darnold. All right, so what'd you guys talk about?
Nah, I can't. I mean, they're all stories you guys have heard on the Gruden. You've seen the Gruden thing,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, it's that story he told about the RPO, like that whole thing.
Nice.
It was funny. Decided to hand it off one day and gave a fake behind my back, and the DM went, "Whoa!" I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I can't do his accent though.
No,
It'd be
yeah, you
cooler if I
can.
could.
He's
That was good.
great, though. He's great.
But he was
Real deal.
legendary, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just that was like, I mean, because I've met like, meeting Joe Montana was awesome too. I met him last year at the Super Bowl. That was unbelievable. But like, I didn't watch Joe growing up.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Like watching Brett and then meeting him and like, just seeing how like real of a person he is. Like he's just such a genuine guy, and like the way that you kind of see him play and like the backyard football, like this like hillbilly kind of, to
Yeah,
put
dude.
it into one term, hillbilly style of playing football, like that's him, like as a
So
person
him,
too.
yes.
So
He give
it
you
was
any
cool.
advice?
Nah, I mean he was just like, go sling that rock, boys. Like,
I mean, that's advice.
That's
That's
all
awesome.
you
totally, yeah, totally.
What
Brett
else
Favre
would he
advice.
say? That's perfect. I love it.
What else would he say? Or
Yeah,
did
like
he
that's
say?
that's exactly what you would think he would say. That's what I would think.
Oh
he would
yeah,
say.
for sure. I mean he was
Fire
awesome,
that
dude.
pigskin.
Yeah, just let it rip.
Let me know if you want me to send some Wranglers to your house.
Like,
Okay,
I hate
where does
those- I
Brady
hate
go?
those jeans.
I hate those jeans, yeah. I got too many of those fucking jeans.
He's like, yeah, me too, man.
You need some pants? All right, so that's Brady.
No,
who else?
where is he going? L.A. or
Dude,
Tennessee or
thanks.
Tampa?
I
Yeah, I
was-
was trying to move on, dude. I could see.
All right, fine.
What did you say? What?
He said
What?
Tennessee,
Okay,
LA,
dude.
or Oakland. I'm sorry, Vegas. Too soon.
Vegas.
Right?
That's pretty crazy, isn't it? You guys want to talk about it?
That is crazy.
A
Segue
team
into
in
that?
Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
How is that going to be, by the way? Are players excited? I would think you'd be.
Has anybody said anything about it? Don't name anybody, but or it's just kind of like
yeah,
that's
I mean,
crazy.
I haven't. To be honest, I haven't like talked to anyone on Vegas, or I guess Oakland.
Yeah.
Formerly known as Oakland. I haven't talked to anyone on the Raiders, so I don't know. I talked to Josh Jacobs, but we didn't talk about that.
I got to imagine they're fired up, but also I guess.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, OTAs are. I don't know. It'd be
Say no more.
Yeah, yeah.
it'd
we
be
got it.
crazy, man, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would
It's-
think.
I know,
It's
dude.
Sin City, man. It's unbelievable.
Trust me, dude.
Desert
I once went here,
Oasis.
quick
I went
Vegas
for my
story.
21st birthday, and it was a really good time. But like,
Where'd
I
you
can't
go out?
imagine. I'm not gonna say, but I
Oh
can't
my
imagine
God.
like doing that, or like even just living there.
Yeah.
Dude,
That'd be
once
crazy.
I once woke up to a voice memo that was emailed from myself to myself, and I click on the memo, and it was a song that I had sung in the middle of the night, and the song goes, "What you living, what you drinking, what you doing, what you sipping, what you getting into tonight? Las Vegas, the city of whatever." And the subject of the email said, "Send to Macklemore." I was so fucked up that I came up with a song that night while I was walking through the halls of the MGM and was like, dude, Macklemore's got to hear this. And I woke up to it and was like, what the fuck is this? That's Vegas
Did
in a
you send
nutshell,
it?
dude.
The
No,
next
'cause I don't have
ballsy
his
bet-
email.
The next ballsy
I
bet you
don't
would
have
Who'd you
his
send
email.
that to?
Huh?
You
He
sent
sent
it
it
to your
to
agent?
himself.
To myself.
to remind
So,
himself.
literally, must have been like, well, who can I don't have Macklemore's email. I'll send it to myself, and then I'll forward it to him when I get
Is that
his
your
email.
inner voice?
Huh? Yeah.
The list was in the email.
But anyway, so yeah, it's going to be crazy. I don't see how players are going to, like, not get into trouble there.
I think obviously there'll be guys who can handle it.
Yep.
And then guys who won't be able to handle
There's
it.
going to be guys who probably have never even been to Vegas.
It's a good environment.
Um,
Okay.
so that's your Brady. That's your
Yeah,
Brady
dude.
pick.
Thanks.
Vegas.
If
I
he
think.
leaves the AFC East, though, I'm
Oh,
gonna be bummed.
I didn't say that.
Yeah. That's me.
I don't know. I saw his family touring Nashville schools. I don't know. That
That's
might mean
something.
He has kids.
He has kids.
So,
They're
and
in
they go to
Tennessee.
school.
Out of your
That's
division
where
would
the
be dope,
Titans
though,
play.
right?
No, but I would be so jealous if he leaves the AFC East. Dude, that thing's wide open. Let's go.
Dude, yeah, 100%. I mean, if he stays, I mean, I don't want to like start this whole thing, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
get it. We're
like
good.
whether he stays or not, like
It doesn't matter. You're focused on
That's
you.
our-
I'm just saying, from my perspective, I would be excited to see the Jets win the AFC East. We never won it. we went in as a wild card team every time, and we knew, like, you got to go through there to win.
That's the goal.
How about this? We'll come out, and when the game where you guys are going to clinch at home, we'll come out. We'll do a live pod on the field. I'll bring my rabbi.
That'll be cool. We'll go to the temple later.
Damn it, Mark. All right. Oh, man, new handshake.
Nope. No, Ferrell, we appreciate you being here. Thank you.
And this is the Adam Ray and
Sam Darnold podcast.
Oh, my God.
featuring
Sanchez.
Mark.
Sam, you're the man. Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.